come. Please accept our offering of praise and sacrifice unto your holy name, because there is no other like thee. We will continue to adore thee. We will continue to worship thee. And as I said before, and I will reiterate, as we pray unto thee, that Biafra is your possession, we will sacrifice Biafra unto thee, that you may guide us in all that we do. It's only you that sees the hearts of men. If there is anything that we are hiding, if there is anything that we have concealed from our people, oh Elohim, you will judge us very harshly. But if our hands are clean, our hearts very pure, you will bless IPOB, then you will bless me, then you will bless my family, because it's a promise from you. All our hope and our trust is upon thee. May your name be glorified. May you be exalted. May you, O Elohim, be praised. Now and forevermore we pray. Iyke, Iyke, Iyke.
The live broadcast, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. My name is Mazi Iyke Mazi. Alright, this morning we have a few informations that I'm going to pass on. And before we take up the nitty-gritty, let us go back. Let me go back to reading out latest information from our more powerful. We spoke about you see the way things are going today. I'm so happy about all the developments that we're going through, and no matter what you think, no matter what you say, no matter how you feel, we know that Biafra for me is already something that I'm smelling in the air. Honestly speaking, I do. I don't know about you, but even if you don't, just wait for your own time. You'll know exactly what we're talking about, because they have tried. They have been doing everything to destroy us. That we're not going to give up. The world is waking up. Africa is waking up. This morning I heard that Putin has spoken about what is going on. He's not advocating for war, but he's warning against the invasion of Niger, which is something that anybody should think about. Because when we hear that the likes of Tinubu is trying to go to war, it's so funny. Anyway, when Yoruba man, Babangida once said something one time. He said, if there's a call for war and he's sleeping, and the moment he jumps up and they tell him he's a Yoruba person, he will go back to sleep. So he had so we're not personally, I'm not even bothered about that, because I know that there is nothing they can do except to sit down there and talk and run their mouth and eventually get to nowhere. All right, I have I think I have a breaking news, something that we have to talk about before I continue. Let me see if I can find it. All right, here it says it's from Monday, about the Monday sit at home, an ugly phase of a bygone history that must never be repeated, as echoed by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. All right, this is from our media team, our IPOB media. This is what it said here. It says, this is to inform Biafrans about the flyers and posters being distributed all over Biafra land, conveying our leaders' famous pronouncement cancelling Monday sit at home, and to inform the good people of Biafra that sit at home is not only dead, but will never again be invoked or displayed as a tool of civil disobedience in our quest for self-determination. Any person or persons talking about a non-existent sit at home in Biafra land is an enemy of the people and should be dealt with accordingly. This is for your information. Please listen to it very instructively, because we said this. I remember when the sit at home was called off, there was a jingle that was made towards that in different languages: broken English, real English, Igbo language, and other languages, for people to understand that sit at home thing. But our people revolted. They said no. I remember we were calling the station. A lot of people were disgusted with HDOS. Oh, why does he have to call it off? And I keep saying it at that time. They don't do, these people are on that direction. Whatever they do, they are not just doing it. They are doing it because that is the right thing to do. And that is the instruction. Our leader have already mention of that. He was responsible for that. He has a head. When the man told us from the beginning, anytime you look for me, you don't see me, DOS, HDOS. Period. Whatever anybody is coming to talk about, they are not doing well, they are not doing it the way they're supposed to do it. Cool down. Take your own job. Forget that, leave them to do their own, because it will only end up you not doing anything, not understanding it because you think you can do it better. Our leader have been locked up now for almost 2 years. I'm still waiting for those people that said he doesn't do it well. He could have brought us Biafra by now. All right, let's continue. The instructions to distribute these flyers by hand and paste posters to this effect was authorized by our prophet and de facto leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is to be stated for the untenth time, for those who may feign ignorance of the laws governing the conduct expected of IPOB family worldwide, that our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has ordered the permanent end to Monday sit at home in Biafra land, and anybody seen enforcing this illegal and non-existent Monday sit at home will be apprehended and summarily dealt with on the spot. These criminal elements are not working for Biafra restoration, nor the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is unlawfully detained in the DSS solitary confinement in Abuja, Nigeria. Those purporting to be running a Biafran government in exile group from somewhere in Finland, also known as Autopilot, are not IPOB members, and their activities does not represent the views of the Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, rank and file IPOB members, nor ESN operatives. These people are on their own. They have nothing to do with ESN. They have nothing to do with IPOB. They are doing their own thing. My only problem, and the problem that we have with them, is that they are using the name of the indigenous people of Biafra. They are using the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and creating their problem. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told us, if you know how to bring Biafra, go ahead. But he didn't say use my name, because he never used Masop's name when he created IPOB. Because you are all cowards. You are snitches. You are people, rats. That's what they call you. If you are bold enough and you want to do something, come out and say you do. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they say, oh, he's cursing people the way he's talking. No, he keeps talking. He didn't stop. He doesn't want to please anybody. Say it the way it is. Get them angry. Because when you say it, when you tell somebody, when your father will say, he's waking you up. And when he says it, you know he's serious. Then you will run to go get a nigga. So, more so, continues, it is a shame to the memory of our brave martyrs that gave their lives for the emancipation of Biafra, that individuals that never led ordinary street protests in Biafra land or anywhere in the world in support of Biafran restoration can claim to lead our people. This is an absolute disgrace. Those shameless parasites and their sponsors are hoping that mere attachment of the name of Supreme Leader IPOB and ESN to their criminal enterprise will cloak them in the requisite legitimacy to continue dubbing the gullible of their hard-earned money. This social media Biafra government in exile, BGIE, has nothing to do with IPOB. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we have nothing to do with these people. IPOB Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has nothing to do with them. and will never have anything to do with them. Biafran struggle championed by IPOB do not have any government in exile and will never have any government in exile. I'll read that. I'll repeat that again. I want you to listen. Biafran struggle championed by IPOB do not have any government in exile and will never have any government in exile. People that never led a protest anywhere in the world, was never detained or held meeting with any international bodies, can never claim to represent our people. Such a person is a charlatan, petty criminal, and a monumental fraud. Whoever is foolish enough to associate with such fraudulent social media scam called government in exile, autopilot, is doing so at his or her own risk and must not link Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB to it. That's what we say. Biafra land is owned by Biafrans, and it's the responsibility of all Biafrans to protect the land from government-sponsored agents and armed criminal gangs hiding under the revered name of IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra. We encourage Biafrans to help in the distribution of the flyers, posters to communities, hinterlands, and cities in Biafra land, signifying the requiem mass for the senseless Monday sit-at-home. Anybody apprehended enforcing any sit-at-home is a goner. The Finland-based criminal will not save you. This is signed by a comrade, powerful media and publicity secretary for IPOB. It's official. When we say it in Radio Biafra, we'll take it to the church. It is official. And I'm encouraging you Biafrans out there too. If you can make the flyers for yourself and paste them, it is authorized. Nobody will criminalize you for doing that. So that because we had announced on this radio over and over and over about the sit at home. It looked like we're talking to the brick wall. Today, the flyers are being made. If you cannot hear, you can read at least. If you can't read, you can get somebody to interpret. In fact, I'm encouraging you people to even do it in the Igbo language also, and paste them everywhere for people to see. Enough of this nonsense. Thank God people are beginning to go in to see our leader, and he's giving them their message, the messages that will come. And these are things that we've been saying on Radio Biafra though. That because you're not paying attention, you're not listening. And your memory is so short-lived that they say it today, you remember it today, tomorrow you'll forget it. You go contrary to it, and then for you, that is supposed to be what is supposed to be. All right, we are still backing on another, preparing for Impact Twitter campaign. That takes off in August, Monday, August 14th, tomorrow. The Twitter campaign takes off. The phone calls to embassies about the release of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is back in vogue. Remember, we did it the other time and we took it a while before we cut it off, but it's starting again tomorrow. Invoking tomorrow, August 14th through September 4th, 2023. Twitter campaign. Don't say you did not hear it. We are saying it now on Radio Biafra. It starts tomorrow, Monday, August 14th to September 4th, 2023. Twitter campaign. We earnestly urge each and every one of you to engage and contribute to the success of this campaign. Your participation is invaluable. Kindly extend the word across to all valuable platforms for the Twitter campaign. We know the way we did it before. We actually Or I will read them out for you exactly how you're going to do it. Don't forget that it takes off tomorrow. Let's see. Okay. Somebody just sent me something about that. I'm going to read it out for you later on the program to make sure that you remember the way it was done before. When you call, the numbers that you're going to call, when you call, introduce yourself and say why you're calling. It takes off tomorrow, not today. Tomorrow, Monday, 14th of August. That's when it's going to go. It's going to start. It's going to go all over for people in the world to know our plight. And don't forget that our leader goes to court in September. That's when they said. All right. So we are going to start this Twitter campaign tomorrow. Twitter, phone calls, whatever way you can send these messages, but do it. Whether you're going on Facebook, you're going anywhere you want to post it, fine. That'll be fine. The important thing is make sure that you participate. And I will start it on the program. Anytime you call the program, I want to find out if you've tweeted, if you have done something about that. I will ask you that question. And probably that will reflect your whatever you're going. In fact, from tomorrow on, when you call Radio Biafra, you will tell me you have tweeted, tell me, and I'll keep reminding you, because most of us will forget too much. We do remember it's something today, and then tomorrow we'll forget them. All right. So this is Radio Biafra USA 2. Bear in mind that this Twitter campaign is very, very important. We cannot overstress how important it is that we do it. Starts tomorrow, ends on September 4. That's the way it's going to end. And the world keeps moving. Things are happening. People are talking left, right, and center. They're trying to make sense in what is going on in Niger. But we are here. We don't really, not that we the Biafrans, we really care about them too much. What we are saying is that monkey never see rope tie himself if they go tie somebody else. Somebody screaming off his lungs and talking about Tinubu trying to go to war. But like I said before, because we have already been told, Babangida said it very clearly. If I'm asleep and they tell me there's a drum of war and I wake up as a Yoruba person, I will go back to sleep. All right, so let's listen to this one.
An innocent Nigerian in the name of going to restore democracy in Wahala. Greetings and salutation, fellow citizens. Once again, this is your friend and brother, Dr. Haruna Goro. Nigeria, our country. We cannot afford to go to war at any time. We remember the Civil War. We know what we've been through. We know what we have suffered. Many loss of lives, and we cannot afford another drop of blood of an innocent Nigerian in the name of going to restore democracy in Niger. When we are struggling in our own nation here, where we have a president that is being a president is still questionable. The case is still with the tribunal. We are waiting for the judgment. And so we don't want trouble in Nigeria. And I'm so happy that the legislators are not buying this idea of going to invade an innocent nation. We have too much trouble. We are talking about Fulani headsmen, terrorizing people, killing people in entire communities, IDP camp, even in the Federal Capital Territory. And now we're talking about going to Niger. The people are happy with what has happened there. I don't support military rule because I remember what we suffered for so many years, one coup after the other, and we don't want that anymore. However, to avoid this evil, this wickedness, politicians need to do the right thing. Why should politicians force themselves on the citizens? The citizens don't want you, but you want to force yourself there through rigging, through buying votes, and you do everything in your power to make sure you cling onto power against the wish of the people. You don't mind how many people die in the process. I'm happy that Nigerians are not buying this idea of Tinubu saying that ECOWAS is saying they must make sure they send the military there. Our military have been dying. They cannot even face Boko Haram. They can't handle the insecurity that we are suffering in Nigeria. Then you want to go and poke nose. You want to go and stir up trouble across border. It must not happen. Don't use the strategy of distraction to get our attention away so that Tinubu can cling onto power. Emiloko, it will not happen. Nigerians refuse it. Join the senators in saying no. Join the rest of the Nigerians to say, we want peace within our own borders. We don't want to go and be part of what is happening elsewhere. Solve our own problem before you talk about Niger. Many Nigerians are not happy with President Tinubu because the mandate he is holding is a stolen mandate. We all knew what Mahmoud Yakubu did. A man that kept promising together with Okoye. They were promising. He even went to the UK in Chatham House, facing the whole world and saying that this 2023 election was going to be their most credible. They don't want to disenfranchise people, and that's why they came up with the idea of uploading real time. He said it over and over and over. Now INEC is trying to tell people that no, it's up to them how they bring out the result. What a shame! What message are you passing to upcoming generation? That one can make a promise and break his promise. One can lie, broad daylight, facing people and lie to them and not care whatever the outcome will be because they have been bribed. How do we know that the election was a flawed election? Simple. Look at the atmosphere in the nation. People are angry. Who are the people that are excited? The few that are benefiting from this evil, wicked system of corruption.
All right, when a country is built on false hope, it stays false. When your country, Nigeria, is started, it didn't start today. When you start lying about everything, I feel very sorry for you guys, because the truth is, I'm not just airing this because we Biafrans are interested in whatever Tinubu is going to do, because it's like Papangida already said, I know, but I want him to go to war. I need somebody to kick his ass. You know, when we have bullies, the only way you can stop a bully is when you kick his ass. When somebody comes out and does something to a bully, then the bully will eventually wake up. All right, but today right now on the program, we're going to have a meeting with the Biafra musicians that are taking a tour. They will come on air and spend a couple of minutes with us and on the program. So right now I see there is a call coming in from Biafra land. I'm not going to take any call right now, because unless you are calling me from the meeting, otherwise I will not be able to pick up any call. I can see calls coming in, but it is not time to take calls. We have a few more things to talk about before opening up the line to accept your calls. So like I said before, we're not, because I'm not airing what I just said now because we're interested in what Tinubu is going to do, because it's not going to do anything. Babangida always said it. The man will say, like he said, he wanted to create this scenario, something that will create distraction. Monkey never see rope tie himself if they tie somebody else. He's in a deep soup himself. So I don't think it's a wise thing for him to even advocate going to war or anything. And before we proceed, let far continue. Let me go to see what is really going on, trending about what is trending there in Niger right now as we speak, because it looks like Putin has added his voice to what is going on, and that's why we are interested. That's where I am interested in. Putin should please continue what he's doing, because the West, the Africa, the Europeans, they've exploited us enough, and enough is enough. When they say something, enough is enough, it means that it's enough, because they are already doing it. And this coup does not end up with carrying guns and bullets. Coup is also when you steal an election, when you fake an election, and you put yourself as a leader when you didn't win the election. It's part of that is coup also. So when we say that there's a coup, there's a coup doesn't mean that it has to come with gun and bullets. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. All right, the musicians, if they call in now, I will take their call. I'm sure they are listening. And whoever is in charge should please give us a call, and let's continue from here. This is Radio Biafra USA 2.
Oh, nana, land of the rising sun, turn the vine, my originality. Land of the rising sun, Biafra, land of the rising sun, Biafra, my home, my fatherland. Biafra, land of the rising sun. Biafra, my home, my fatherland. We are children of the Most High, called by the name of God, the Creator. Wise men from the east, south, and the middle, great Biafran people. We're taking it to idol worshiping, and we lost the faith of our God. And as we wallowed in idol worshiping, the British entered in, trading on the Niger, exploiting your people, trading by barter. You give me palm oil and take soup to them entered. I brought in civilization, brought in your religion, and told us about America.
All right, good morning, caller. Are you here? Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, veteran I Peters. Good afternoon from Colombia. This is K for Necron. Of course, I heard from Mama Ken, all the province of Biafra land. Yeah, Mazi Iyke Mazi, before I forgot, thank you for sharing that poster. I think I've shared it in a lot of platforms. Our people should continue to share that program that will be starting tomorrow, Twitter calls and everything. And please, Biafrans all over the world, continue to share the program. Share it widely. It's meant to share. Put it everywhere. Let people continue to share it. And by tomorrow, we take off as usual. Yeah, our leader still remembers Nnamdi Kanu members in the zoo. I will continue to appreciate you. I have no other leader other than Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And we appreciate our wife, the Lolo, Her Majesty, Kanu, and the kids, and at the head of HDOS is Mazi Iyke Mazi, and all his lieutenants that do wonderfully well. Men and women of valor, radicals all over the world. We appreciate all of you. Today is Sunday, of course. I say happy Sunday to all of you. And we have our Biafran singers here. We are making every arrangement to the tour coming up very soon in Japan. All of us are here now because we are trying to put finishing touches. But we are going to be brief, maybe 3 minutes, speak 2 minutes, then we give you platform over. Mazi, okay, please come and moderate it. I hand over to you now.
Mazi Foreign, thank you very much for the good work you are doing. Who sees the secret with the word, all of you who is standing by to see that the gospel bell is ringing higher than we here expected. Thank you very much, and I also want to thank our veterans. It is not easy to stand on a gap for someone whose gospel is faithful and full of hope and courage for our people. I want to thank you so much. I salute the courage of all Biafrans all over the world. I want to thank those who love what we are doing, because indeed the gospel is all about to restore our motherland, the light of the world, the blight of the black continent. The darkness that was pronounced by Chukwu Kabiama on the black continent It is only the light that shone from the Biafra will, bring illumination to the whole black race, and the light will shine once more because Biafra, we carry the light. I want to thank all the lovers of freedom, all Biafrans, all our continental rape, all over the world. We want to say kudos. Keep the fire burning. Thank you very much. Today we are here once more to really appreciate everyone that is in support of what we are doing, and also to tell them that our brothers and sisters whom Chukwu Okabiyama has blessed with wonderful gifts, wonderful talent, we are known for who we are. In adage you said, we are here to solicit, we are here to beg our brothers and sisters to help us. Those that God has given this wonderful gift to stand behind microphone, they want to send this gospel across to the breadth and corners of the world, starting with Japan, Tokyo. We want you to please come and identify with these wonderful people that Okama has blessed with wonderful voices, wonderful talent, the right lyrics that touches the soul, the body and the soul and the marrow. We want you to please come to our head. Come and assist us. We want to showcase the talent that Okama has given to us in Japan, and also preach the gospel through the microphone. We remember what happened in India. A time like this in India, before they become what they are today, they went through all we are going through today. South Africa is the voice of Africans all over the world today. They went through what we are going through today. And you know what happened. A lot of people begin to write songs. We Are the World, as a collaborative song led by Michael Jackson, was done in things like this. When they look at what these people are going through, they said, no, we must stand out for these people. And we know that We Are the World is still making wave even up to today. That is what we are doing. If people had to write our songs, tell our stories, we decided to tell our story by ourselves. So we want you to be part of this project. Your support can lift these young brothers and sisters from various countries to Tokyo, and from there to other continents. So we are asking you, please come and identify with this wonderful talent that Chukwu Okama has blessed us with. Thank you very much, and Chukwu Okama has blessed us immensely as we contribute towards this journey. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much. Please unmute. Mbakawai, please unmute your phone. Mbakawai. Mbakawai, BBC, unmute yourself. Are you there? Yeah. No, go on. Hello, can you hear me? Loud and clear, go on. We're hearing you.
Please, we are so thanking you people, foreign and other people, for your wonderful works. People have been doing great. Even it is not easy. We that are here, we know it is not easy for you people based on the situation of the things on earth now. But we pray that you will bless you all. And we are pleading to all Biafrans in all parts of the country, no matter where you are. It is the only hope we have. This is the 16th continent, 16th country in Africa. And there is nothing that can stop it. We have gone too far to go back. As is this movement, we are not coming to Japan to enjoy ourselves. We are coming to Japan to preach the same gospel which we can't preach here. Most of us, our music cannot be played on the Zoo, TV or radio. But we believe that we can still share other messages we have in ourselves, that place. And we can say that there are certain things we cannot say here. But when we come there, people will hear us. There are a lot of things happening here which people don't know. But I believe if we come, we can still maybe tell the world, let them hear our cry. Let them hear what we are going through here. Biafra must be restored in the name of Chukwu Okabiyama.
Still mute. Wada Gochinya. Unmute yourself.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. This is Wada Gochinya talking, and First of all, I want to acknowledge the resilience of our beloved brothers Umuchineke worldwide. Starting with Mazi Iyke Foreign, Nakajofo, and the rest. Mazi Peters, I want to recognize your hard work, and I want to say that Chukukabdema will strengthen you all for what you have been doing for the restoration of Biafra.
Please, we must not fail to acknowledge our sisters in America, our American family. Wada Ching and Anyakere, Dr. Tina, Wada Cecilia, and Victoria Wangwa. All of them and those others that I met that brought that money, we have to appreciate them.
Yes,
we have to really appreciate them. Go on. And that's why we are waiting of our comrades all over the world, though, because we are begging all the national coordinators, pay through your unit. Is a voluntary. It's not is a voluntary donation. It's not a compulsory. Gather it your national. We know how to get the money. We don't have time. We are begging our people to do the needful. Go on, my sister.
Okay, Mazi, thank you for those names you mentioned. For all of those he mentioned, we want to thank you all for your hard work, everything you are doing for us, for the struggle actually, and for the release of our leader Nnamdi Kanu. It's not easy, even in this very condition, in this state, in time where we are without our leader and so many things are going on. You still stood by the struggle unshaken. Actually, we are here today to continue our plea. We are really begging you all to please. We know that some of you have done something. Those that have not, please. We are Biafran artists, and we are based in Biafra land, some of us, and we can't actually disseminate the information, or we don't have the chance to express ourselves that much here because of the security issues we have here, and because the gospel of Biafra is like bitter leaf in the mouth of the Nigerian government. Actually, yeah, I'll put it that way. Nobody can chew bitter leaf and swallow it with ease. So that is what Biafra is here. So, and we that are the gospel preachers via music, we don't have the chance, we don't have the opportunity to express ourselves much here. That is why our comrades have come together and said that no, let's take these people to somewhere where they can express themselves very well and preach this gospel very well. And Japan happens to be the first place. That's why we are here today to ask our brothers and sisters, those who are listening, if you know those who are not listening, please also share this message to them that we really need support for this movement to be possible. If we don't have this support, we can't move, and the gospel will remain with us here. It can't be preached. So that is why we are here to ask financially, by kind, and otherwise. Please, whichever way you can help us, whichever way you can, put your support. We are seriously pleading and begging. We don't have choice but to do this. That is why we are doing it. So please, we are asking you to support us financially to make this tour a reality. And we promise that we are not going to disappoint you. Wherever we step our foot into, we are going to perform. We are going to do everything we have to do in our power to make sure that this message is preached. We will do everything in our power to make it a reality. So we are asking you to do yours by supporting us. It's a free will donation. It's not mandatory. So that's all I have to say. I will have to give the mic to others to also say their mind.
Yeah, thank you, Wanda. Thank you. Yeah, before I move to Chukwu became a lot of our brothers have been complying, both from Finland. I don't want to be mentioning their name. Spain, Denmark, Italy, almost all of you that are there doing wonderfully or responding. We will continue to appreciate all of it. But don't forget, Biafrans or Igbos, we know how to appreciate our people. We appreciate our people. That one. To become Josh, please unmute yourself, okay?
Thank you very much, Mazi Iyke, for it. I greet you, Biafrans all over the world, all of you listening to this program at this point in time. I greet you according to your time zone from where you're listening from. Once again, Mazi Iyke Peter, I'm very, very happy. I say thank you for this platform that has enabled us to communicate with our people on this movement. My fellow Biafrans, I want to start by first appreciating all of our brothers and sisters who have responded one way or the other to our plea relating or concerning the fundraising for this movement. I'm very, very, very happy, and I will say on behalf of the Biafran musicians and Biafrans entirely, I'll say we really appreciate you all. Thank you very much. Our sisters in America, those in Finland, Germany, all over the world who have in one way or the other contributed. Now, I want to also continue by saying to Biafrans, you are doing wonderfully well. Yes, I want to, on this platform, at this particular time, I want to say very big thanks to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, wherever he is. The lights that he brought to Africa, it has started illuminating around Africa. If you look around today on the news headline, you see that it's revolution one place in Africa and revolution the other place in Africa. People are beginning to wake up. People are beginning to stand up to their rights to defend their resources, and I'm very, very happy. You know, when I see things that is going on all around Africa, I'm very happy. I say kudos to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB, because I will tell you very, very well categorically that we started this movement, and I'm proud to beat my chest and tell you that you understand? The words we put on the fire has started boiling, so it is a very good one. So Biafrans, please, once again, my dad used to tell me, he says, if you are a chef and you're cooking, and let's say you're adding salt to your meal, and maybe for one reason or the other, the salt that you put to your meal has not tested, and the food has not tested properly, indicating that the salt is okay. Please don't stop cooking. Keep adding the salt until the taste is equalized, and you feel the taste of the salt. Because if you stop, the one you put so far is a waste. You understand the adage? So we have to do more. This trip to Japan is going to mark a very, very big revolutionary spot in this hustle, in this struggle that we are into. Like our sisters said, and our brother said the beginning of this program, right here in the zoo, we've outgrown the zoo. Let me just put it that way. We've this preaching, this gospel in the movement. We've outgrown the zoo. You understand? This level of staying in the zoo and preaching. We've done very well preaching from the zoo, and I can tell you from Africa, they've all around Africa, they've heard us. Now we need to take this gospel out to a place where, like I told you the other time, a place where the whole world will see us from, they will spot us from, and from there we can be able to change the narratives, the wrong propaganda that the zoo and the Western government and British governments have used to tarnish us over years. They painted us black. We need to go out and tell the world, for the world to hear from our mouths, particularly because we can't be speaking from here and everybody is hearing us at the same time. We are having loads of challenges. The media here in the zoo cannot let our message go far. They are suppressing us. So our going out is something very, very necessary. I really appreciate us so far for how far we've come. I appreciate us. But please, like I said in the earlier part of my statement about the adage of my dad, we don't have to stop adding energy, okay, to this. We need to do more. So please, I'm pleading to us Biafrans, please, any way you can to support this, any way, anyhow, just please, so that we can take this gospel. At this, we are at the peak of it. As I'm talking to you now, Africa, the revolution in Africa is rising high. If we take this out now, we started it. So we are the ones holding the battle. We should be in front like a relay race. So let's take it to the next level so that other of our African brothers and sisters who are looking up to us, they will be encouraged too. Because this thing, I tell you, it's a chain reaction. It's a chain reaction. And I bet you, in time to come, Africa will stand to be great. And in Africa, Biafra will be so highly respected. And I can assure you that each and every one of us who embarked on this journey in one way or the other supported will never be left out. We are, in fact, we are writing the Bible of our generations. Our generation, let me put it that way. Our names will be encrypted in the history of life that we saved our nation, we saved our generation in a time like this. So please, my people, I'm urging you, I'm begging you, because anyhow you can, nothing is too small. Because September is at the corner. September is just some few days at the corner. Please, for those of us that have contributed, I am very, very happy. I'm very grateful to hear from Mazi Iyke Mazi that some people have started donating something. It's very, very good. I'm very happy with you. I must tell you, I'm very grateful from my own side and on behalf of all Biafrans. And I'm still begging our brothers and sisters who haven't done anything to please help us. This is not something we can do on our own. If it is something we can do on our own, trust me, we won't come asking for help. It's like me making music from my studio. I've been awake all night. I'm talking to you. You can hear it from my voice. Walking. You see, so whatever I can do on my own, I don't need to ask for help. But this we can't do on our own. We need your help. We need your assistance. Please, let's all hands come on deck. Oh, I beg you in the name of Chukwu Kabiama, so that as we do this, the world is watching us. Let me tell you, the world is watching us. The revolution, the freedom, the movement in Africa at the moment, the whole world is aware that we started it. They know, they are aware. And one day, they are going to stand and thumbs up, give us thumbs up. They are going to stand and say, these Biafrans, they are great people. So please, let's try and help in any way we can, so that this Japan movement will be a success. And after this Japan movement, we keep preaching the gospel till Biafra and Africa is liberated. Thank you very, very much. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, my beloved. There. Thank you. Well spoken. Next, big God, you know yourself, or mute yourself. Mother, next big God, or mute yourself. Mother is in mute yourself. Okay. It's like you busy. Aaron, come up. Mother, unmute yourself.
Okay, thank you, Mazi. I want to appreciate you, appreciate Mazi. That's what is
in the way, go on. We are not hearing you. Irani, we are not hearing you, please. Remove it. If you have earpiece or whatever, remove it, okay? One that is in the hold on.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Loud and clear, yeah, you're okay now.
Okay, so first of all, I want to appreciate you, Mazi, okay, and Ike Peters for this wonderful opportunity, and to our brother Akajofo Mazi Tony. God will bless Una for us. I don't believe that they say that your reward is in heaven alone. No, you will live to receive your reward here on earth. I also appreciate the DOS for standing so tall at the back of our brother, our big daddy, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. God will continue to bless each and every one of you and bless our director because without him, I don't think whether our race would have been a doom. But God in heaven bring him for us. God will keep him alive. He will live to celebrate Biafra. Also, I want to appreciate our coordinators all over the world, the reps. You all are doing wonderfully well. And to Biafrans all over the world. You see, we must reach our destination, which is Biafra. That is my prayer, and I believe in that. So, my brothers and sisters, I want also to appreciate some of you that have been, responding to our plea. May Chukwuka continue to bless and bless each and every one of you. We know that it's not easy everywhere. We know that where you are is not easy there because you work, you pay tax, you do all those things. You have your own personal problem. Yet you listen to us and you are responding. So I will also appeal to those that have not responded to this plea to please do something, no matter how little it is. We have been trying, and I'm appealing to us to continue because what we want to do is of spiritual. It's not always easy, but we're going to do it. The thing is this: it will look very, very wonderful and very, very remarkable to hear and to see that those people performing in international stage are Biafra artists. It will send a very powerful message to the world that these people really, they want to be free. So my brothers and sisters, let us not see this thing as just we want to come. No, we want to pass message to the world because where we are now is a dead zone. Anybody in this country now is no longer finding it easy. And because of that, we really need our freedom to save our people, to save our land. It's very, very necessary. So I'm not going to say much. All I'm saying is that I'm appealing to us. If you have not put in something, please do, no matter how little. Let us continue what we are doing. And from the look of things, God is not asleep in our matter. Our matter has reached heaven because a lot of things are happening. Just like what our brother said about Africa and the revolution going around. I watched one video clip going around in social media. The man is talking about that this revolution actually, their eyes were open because of what Nnamdi Kanu has been saying on Radio Biafra. He said that they knew that they will arrest Nnamdi. He said that it's only Nnamdi Kanu that can say what he said and do what he was doing and what he is doing. So we know what we are looking for and we get what we are looking for. So I want to appreciate us again for what we have done, and I'm also appealing for us to do more. God will continue to bless each and every one of us.
He said, yes, really, that's a clip. Veteran played it yesterday. That's our brother from Gambia. And I think our veteran continue to play that clip. It is sending a strong message. One of days in the can you mute? Can you hear us now? The platform is yours, okay?
Thank you, Mazi Iyke Mazi.
Yeah, I don't know. We are not hearing you. Speak out, okay?
Good morning, Biafrans, friends of Biafra and lovers of freedom. I want to thank each and every one of you.
Are you speaking via Bluetooth or earpiece, please? Stay close here. We are not, your voice is not coming out.
Mazi, can you hear me now? Am I
Yeah,
coming
very
out
okay
clear?
now. Yes, now. Okay, go on,
Okay.
my dear.
Good morning, Biafrans, friends of Biafra and lovers of freedom. I want to thank each and every one of you that is listening to us right now. And I say, Michku Kabema bless you all. I also want to thank the DOS, Mazi Iyke and also Mazi Iyke for bringing us onto this platform, to solicit for help from Biafrans. I want to thank every Biafran that has contributed um, something to ensure that this movement is a success. I will never as a
Your network is disturbing you. Okay, your network, but maybe you come back again. Chukwemeka, unmute yourself, please. Chukwemeka, talk about the platform.
so I
Yeah,
am
Chukwemeka.
pleading with each and
Okay.
every one of pleading with each and every one of us that is listening to us to please help us make this journey a success. And one thing I want us to know is that music is very powerful. It's a very powerful tool that can pierce even a that can pierce the heart, and that can even make you do what you can't even do under normal circumstance. Yes, because I could remember in the Bible when Saul was possessed, when he was possessed, it was music that David played, that casted out the demon in him. So we bringing or going to Japan to send this message to tell the world what we are fighting for and what we are going through in this country go a long way. You pierce their heart and they will see the need to support this very movement. Thank you so much. Thank you, Biafrans.
Thank you. Thank you, Adam. Thank you. Stop mute, eh? Chukwemeka, unmute yourself.
Okay. Yeah, good morning. Good afternoon. Good night, everyone. My name is Onyiwu Chukwuka. Yeah, I really appreciate IPP leadership, the DOS, for their relentless efforts towards making sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released and Biafra restored. I really appreciate their efforts. Mazi Iyke, thank you, our host. We are seeing your efforts towards the restoration of Biafra. Mazi Iyke, thank you for organizing this wonderful event. Then our group head, Mazi Azamba. Hello. I will not forget Mazi Dr. Master. Sampe, for your efforts in making sure that this event will be a successful one. Yeah, thank you all. Fellow Biafrans, we are here once again to plead with you to give us your support, to support us in any way you can to make sure that this event is a successful one. This event will be a good one because we are using it as a medium to spread the gospel of Biafra to the whole world. And Japan is the first place we are going to have this event. So I believe it will bear a huge fruit for what we are doing for the movement of the Biafra, and also for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu process. So I thank you all. So our our Umuchineke that have supported us, the one in USA and other countries of the world. Yeah, we recognize your support. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for what you are doing, and we are pleading with others who have not supported to please support us. This event we are doing, we are organizing is not an event for us to have a kind of enjoyment or other thing. We are using it as a tool to evangelize the gospel of Biafra restoration. So that's exactly what we are doing through our music. Some messages, if you pass it with mere words, some people may not take it serious, but if you pass it through music, I think it will be century upon century and people will remember the message. So I think it's a very good one. So most of my congregants have said it all, so I'm adding to my voice. I'm pleading for your support. So please, fellow Biafrans, athlete worldwide, wherever you are, please support us in any way you can to make sure that this event become a successful one. Thank you and remain blessed. This is Wunwu.
Yeah, thank you, my boy. Thank you much, my friend. Our sister, when her telephone has problem, probably she will join us next time. And I want okay. Do you have another thing to tell your fans so that we can make a closing mic and go off?
Yes, my lovely brother. Thank you very much. And I want all to use this medium to thank all Biafrans all over the world. Those who is listening to the gospel that we preach. This gospel has been there since 2012. I want also to thank those who have contributed immensely to this tour. I want to say that Chukwu Okadama will bless you so much for showing us love. I want to recap something and I want to draw our attention to what I'm about to say, Biafrans. Before 2012, someone like me never knew that most of the pictures that is being used on all the whole world NGO about the Pachuako children were taken from Biafra land. I never knew until our supreme leader came on board and began to preach this gospel and began to unfold so many mysteries that is behind us without us knowing. And as God may have it, he started this gospel like one of our comrades said. Today, Africa is coming back to who they used to be before the white man came and gave us what they gave us and took our identity away from us. Today, I want to use it as a point of prayer for everybody working assiduously to see that this nation is restored, because the light that he has lifted up, the flame can never be dropped, because he selected men that does not break rank. Peters, and I want to thank you so much. I want to thank you, Mazi Iyke. I want to thank all the entire leadership of this particular family, because now I see the strength of picking these able men and women and empower them to stand behind him. He will live to see the wonderful work he has done to the black continent, not just Biafran alone. I want to appreciate everyone that have this mindset, that this ugly situation that was painted 1967 to 1970 will be restored and the light will shine so that the darkness in the whole of black race will disappear. I want to thank all of you so much. And also I want to thank my fellow comrade. As you all are helping us to see that this trip is a success, we are also burning our midnight candle to sharpen our scales so that at the end we will not let you down. We will not let you down. That is a promise. We all have this promise in our mind that we will never let you people down. Whatever you are giving, whatever you are doing to support this move, our prayer is that Okike will never allow you to regret or putting in your 10 kobo to this project. It is a fertile ground. We implore all our Biafran brothers and sisters, lovers of freedom, to sow on this fertile ground, because indeed joy will bring us together to a table where we all can embrace each other. I want to let you know that Okike is in control of what we're doing. Before I will leave, I want to sing this song that just came in my spirit, and I know that this song will go a long way to touch us into positivity. That song goes this way: wonderful and it's bright, we must get there. Wonderful end is bright. We must get there. Our future is bright. We must get there. Biafran is bright. We must get there. Wonderful land is bright. We must get there. Wonderful land is bright. We must get there. Our future is bright. We is bright. We must get there. Wonderful land is bright. We must get there. Wonderful land is bright. We must get there. Our future is bright. We know what we are looking for. We know the blessing that is attached to every one of us that giving himself up for the restoration of our motherland. Indeed, though it tarried, it will surely come to pass. There are so many troubles, but our prayer and our desire is that joy will come early in the morning. We must get there. Thank you, Biafrans, and Chukwu Kadamo. Bless all of us. Thank you very much, Mazi Iyke Mazi, and our honorable Peters. I said, God bless all of you.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't want back to continue to do good work. I know why I love you so much. You forgot everything you are doing for Biafra Nigerian media and grand scene, and since then you remain faithful. To work up and your strength. I don't know if any other person has anything to go before we drop. Any other person have anything to put before we drop, because we're about to going off. Now mute yourself if you have anything to add, otherwise we sign off.
Thank you very much, Mazi Iyke Foreign. Once again, I want to say thank you very, very much. Because, like I said before, you've heard us, you've heard from us. And I believe all of us, we are seeing what is going on all around the world now, particularly in Africa. I want to still remind you again that whatsoever you see today that is happening in Africa, that is a revolution, that has to do with the restoration of Africa, started from that little house with that little radio by our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You understand? He started it. He ignited it. He involved us. We moved. We moved. We moved. We kept moving until other of our African brothers and sisters woke up to this light. So I am urging and begging you all, please, please, let's keep the fire burning. There is no other way we can do it if not this way. From the zoo, we can't be heard clearly. It's obvious. We all know we can't be heard clearly. I understand the situation of things at the moment. I know it is, I don't know if I will say it's worldwide recession. I don't know what to call it. It's difficult everywhere. I understand. But please, okay, in any way you can support us to take this gospel out of here. As our African brothers and sisters, they are gingering and, doing their own in their various countries. Now we will take it to the international community as the leaders of this particular movement. It will be a great thing of honor. I can assure you this. Okay? So please come to our help. All we are asking for is your financial support, your financial aid. We know how things are, but no matter how small, nothing is small. Because thank you very much. Mazi Iyke Foreign, thank you very much. Mazi Iyke Peters, thank you very, very, very much for this wonderful opportunity.
No.
Thank you. I still remain.
Thank you. Let's listen to our veteran. Veteran, do you have anything to tell them before they sign off?
Yes, there's not much to say except that you guys should get yourself very ready, emotionally ready, and in the strength. Because when things like this go up, we're not looking at it like we're going for entertainment. We're going there to send our message to the world, to let the world know what is going on with us. If you don't tell your story, nobody will hear it. And the stories are better told on music, because when you're singing, it's touching your emotion, touching your feelings, how you feel about certain things. So one more time, I say welcome to this program. Anytime that you guys want to hold your meetings, please, I'll be very obliged. Yesterday I got a very wonderful call from one of a musician, actually a Biafran musician. I wouldn't call him a Biafran musician, I would say rather a Nigerian musician who listens to Radio Biafra. And he told me he was willing to support, but he wants to remain anonymous. And I made a promise to him that would be wonderful. So whatever he's going to send in, I've told him what to do about it. And when he comes in, I'll let you guys know. What we are saying, we are appealing to the world, the entire world. Nobody should stay away from this. Biafrans, please do what you can. We are taking this message to the world, because our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started it up somewhere in London with a very small shortwave radio, and people started listening, and Radio Biafra has grown to a point where the world is listening to us. Africa is rising, and we support them by what we are doing. Thank you very much for coming to the program, and I hope that you guys will organize yourself and be here again any other time that you wish to. All right.
Thank you. Thank you. That was our again. Thank you. That one Thank you. And have a nice weekend. That one.
All right. Thank you so much. This was the musicians that are taking a tour. They're coming in. I've always said that for those who can make contributions, those who can afford it, you don't have to be forced to do anything. I was just wholehearted donation that you want to do. And I mentioned about a friend who called. A musician who called me actually is willing to do this donation, and but he wants to remain anonymous. He is not a Biafran actually, so I don't even think there's any. I was surprised. He shocked me rudely when he called and said he was willing to take one or two of them and support. So I look forward to that. And this is Radio Biafra. We're still here. What else? A few announcements here and there. And like we said before, we are told that tomorrow starts the Twitter campaign. It takes off tomorrow. And if you are not ready, please make sure that you make yourself available for that, because it is a very, very important thing that we want to do. We did it before, and we're going to do it again. This time it runs from tomorrow, starts tomorrow till September 4th. That's when it's going to stop. All right, let me see if I can read it out for you. Oh boy, I am trying to see if I can expand it and then read it exactly the way it is, and it's taking me to another. All right, so what I'm going to do is when I open it up, I'll let you know so that you can listen to it attentively about the thing that we're doing that is starting tomorrow. Tomorrow is August 14th. That's when it is going to start, and it's going to run until September 4th. That's when it's going to end. And from there, we call on the world to know our plight. We're talking about our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is currently incarcerated in the DSS dungeons, criminal place. These are people who don't obey their own laws. They make laws, they don't obey them. But whatever happens, we know that in the end, Biafra will be here. So let's stay tuned. Don't go away. Stay tuned.
Oh, nana, land of the right song, land of my originality, land of the right song, Biafra, land of the rising sun, Biafra, my home, my fatherland. Biafra, land of the rising sun. Biafra, my home, my fatherland. We are children of the Most High, called by the name of God, the Creator. Wise men from the east, south, and the middle. great Biafran people. We're taking it to idol worshiping, and we lost the faith of our God. And as we were lost in idol worshiping, the British entered in, trading on the Niger, exploiting your people, trading by barter. You give me palm oil and take through to them enter there. I brought in civilization, brought in your religion, and told us about America, and we embraced it. I never knew them got ulterior motive. With religious treated us amongst our brethren, with denomination tear us apart. Building churches, schools and hospitals. We never knew we had to pay this much to be your place forever. Oh la la, so we fought so hard against them systems, fighting against them schism. We fought so hard against them systems, fighting against them schism. But our lives have gone poor. At the very spot we left our America. Now is the time to be restored. Great Biafra be restored. I want freedom for my people. Freedom for Biafra. Biafra, land of the rising sun. Land of the rising sun. Biafra, my home, my father. The descendants of Abraham. From Father Isaac, the rising. The descendants of Jacob. Biafra is a reality. My fatherland, my original legend.
Why are you people lying? Why don't you tell them they want an independent Biafra? Oh, they're fighting for their freedom. So all everything to put them who asked us to come. Not by our own might, nor power, nor will, but by the grace of the Most High.
Back in 1940, amalgamation, colonial masters, criminal masters. I'm a mercenary soldier named Frederick Lugar, brought together all them captives, including Jah people, them Yorubas and them Ariwas, and so many other people called us Nigeria.
All right, I'll talk about this morning about the Biafra worldwide phone call and Twitter campaign. It's allowed starting tomorrow, 14th of August, to run until September 2023. As we embark on Twitter and phone call campaign, endeavor to participate, take part in it. When you call them, just say, be polite and nice, and tell them your name. My name is XYZ. I am calling to inform you about the illegal incarceration of Mazi Nnamdi, Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. When you make your calls, explain to them what Nigeria has done to your leader. The numbers here where you can make these calls, I will list them out for you. The telephone numbers are the African Union. The number is plus 251 11 551 7700. I repeat, African Union. The number plus 251 11 551 7700. call that number and make sure that whoever comes to you, please be polite and nice. GCIS Media Liaison. He said the email address or the Twitter is at GCISMEDIA at Government ZA. GCIS Media at Government ZA. We have Russia Federation Foreign Minister. Telephone number is +7 499 244 1606. At as the Twitter account or email is at MFA_Russia. Please make these calls, they are very, very important. I will repeat. The African Union Ethiopia number is +251 11 55 1 7700. The Twitter and the email address is at African Union. Send Twitter messages and email address to these people, explaining to them. It'd be nice and polite. When you call, they don't pick up. Somebody will eventually answer you. Leave your message quietly, peacefully. If you can speak French, if it's a French country, please do speak French to them. If they are Portuguese, speak Portuguese to them. You know, in whatever language that you feel comfortable with. If it's English, better do that. All right, the People's Republic of China Foreign Affairs. Time to call 3 a.m. to 10 a.m. Biafra time. Between 3 a.m. in the morning to 10 a.m. in the morning, you can call the People's Republic of China. Their telephone number is +86 10 6596 1114. I repeat, telephone number of the People's Republic of China +86 10 6596 1114. And the Twitter handle at Foreign Chinese at MFA_China at spokesperson CHN, capital letter CHN, spokesperson CHN. This call starts tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 14th of August. It's going to run until the 4th of September. Make it a date with me tomorrow, because when you call me tomorrow, I'll question you and ask you if you have made the call. If you have made the call, that's wonderful. If you don't forget to make the call, at least when you remember you're going to call Radio Biafra, I want it to be at the back of your mind that this is something that I need to do. We are embarking on it. We've done it before, and we're going to do it again. This time that Africa has risen, we are going to send message. You know, sometimes we talk and you think nobody's listening. People are paying attention. Believe me sincerely. Trust what our leader Mazi Nnamdi has done for this movement. He has woken up this thing that is happening. The same thing happened. Remember when they had the NSAS? As soon as he opened his mouth, everybody was saying that he is the one. He's the one that started the NSAS. He made it very clear that he never started it. He wasn't even part of it. It's just something that took him unaware, and he saw it and he encouraged them to continue, not to stop. So this African owner, West Africa, I don't know what they're going to say this time, whether they're going to accuse him too of being the one that started this whole thing. But we are happy, even if he's the one that started it. It's awareness. He didn't ask you to go and kill anyone. He only made you understand that your life is in your hand. You are the only person that can take control of your destiny and nobody else. Africans are waking up, and I'm very, very glad, extremely glad about it. And believe me sincerely, it will not go away very easily, because it's going to last forever and ever and ever. Yes. Let us see what.
Then about political game.
Biafra. I know when Biafra stand, when Biafra referendum happen, what will happen? I know. Like I told you, if you want to believe that why Panamaka is supporting Biafra, if you want to know that what Biafra stand for is really truly a freedom, there is no African freedom fighter or African or Pan-African who will say that what Mazi Nnamdi was doing is wrong. You know, some of them are keeping quiet. Some of the Pan-Africans are keeping quiet. Do you know why? They keep quiet because they are so sad. And they already know also this will happen to Mazi Nnamdi, because it's only a man who stands for his people will be arrested by his own government to silence him. So we are all facing the same thing. We all know that is waiting, that is awaiting of all of us. All the Pan-Africans know that one day they will be arrested if they take a move of freedom, if they take an act of liberation. We will be arrested and be locked up and be silenced forever. So we are expecting it. We are all expecting it. That's why when it happened to Pan-Africans, you will never see another Pan-African to talk about his fellow Pan-African, because he knows what happened to him is normal. In Pan-Africanism, it's normal for you to be arrested by your government and be locked up. It's only God who can help you when you come out again, but maybe you can never come out. You will be there for the rest of your life. Because they know when they leave you, you will become more popular again. You will still speak more again. They can never silence your mouth. The only way to silence Pan-African, they know it, is to lock you up and forget about you forever. Because when they bring you out, you will still do the same thing. Because Pan-Africans will never give up. A real Pan-Africans, they will never release you from prison when they lock you. Remember it, I never pray for me to be locked up. But when I'm locked up, remember it that they will never release me. They will never. So that's why Pan-Africans, you will only see me talking about Mazi Nnamdi, but there's no Pan-African in Africa who will talk about Mazi Nnamdi, because they know, we already know that it's normal, and we already know that when it happened, it's normal thing in Pan-Africanism to be arrested. But if you are arrested as Pan-African, what should be expected from your peoples? What should be expected from Africans? This is why African Pan-Africans are little, and African Pan-Africans are so afraid, and most of them are saying that I will not sacrifice myself. Because why? When you do it, you don't get peoples who stand for you tomorrow. You do it alone. That's why if anybody want to become Pan-African in Africa, do it because you want God to pay you, but not Africans to pay you back. They can't pay you. They will only pay you with evil deed. You will fight for Africa just because God is seeing you. You will fight for Africa just because you want to sacrifice yourself for Africa. Don't think that Africa will pay you back. Don't think of it. Do it and go when your time is finished or when they lock you up. But all Pan-Africans in Africa know what Mazi Nnamdi plan is the best solution for Nigeria. I see it as the best solution because there is no solution in Nigeria. Tell me, what is the solution in Nigeria? What solution do we have in Nigeria that we can do without what Mazi Nnamdi was planning to do? Many people see it as divided. You know, they said that Mazi Nnamdi was trying to divide Nigeria. And Western media, if you go there, they write there that Mazi Nnamdi was trying to recruit terrorism. You know, they were saying that Mazi Nnamdi was trying to recruit terrorism, was trying to form this thing, all kind of bandit and this thing. You know, this is what they were saying. And we can all see that they will never call Mazi Nnamdi a bandit or terrorist or a killer or a murderer if he is not standing for his peoples. It's only a man who stands for freedom in Africa they will call him, while Western people will call him a terrorist. But while Western people are terrorists, there is no terrorists. If Africans want to know they are real terrorists in Africa, Western peoples are your terrorists, not your fellow Africans. African government, if you want to arrest the real terrorists, then arrest your partners. Western peoples, Americans, UK, they are the peoples you are working with. They are your partners. So African leaders will never arrest those people. They will never touch those people. Those people are good people for them. The real people who are destroying your people, they are good. Right? We all know whatever is happening in Nigeria. What UK is causing in Nigeria. What France government is causing in Nigeria. What America is causing in Nigeria. The damages they are causing in Nigeria. We all know it. But who arrests them? Do Nigerian government ever attempt to arrest them? No. While those are the real criminals who should be arrested for the murder cases they have done in Nigeria. How many children they have murdered in Nigeria? Because they were the ones supplying weapons to those terrorists, Boko Haram and other peoples. to keep on killing people in Nigeria. But nobody is attempting to arrest them. But a man who came out without no weapon and say, I want my people to have their referendum. You call it like he is criminal. They are afraid. If you are not afraid, why do you arrest him? That's the time you should know that what Mazi Nnamdi was trying to do is a great thing. They are afraid if Mazi Nnamdi did it, they will lose control over everything. Africans are not reasoning this part. They are just reasoning and concentrating on Western media. Western media will tell you that, oh, your father is a criminal, you believe it. Africans are believing it. If Western media write it there, oh, look, your father is a criminal, you believe that, yes, my father is a criminal. And you will hate your father and fight against your father. Right? It's a pity. It's a pity that we Africans are really believing in that. What Western media is emphasizing. But Western people are not believing in your African media. Don't you know that? Whatever your African media is population is like a rubbish in the eyes of Western peoples. But it's only you, the Africans, who are there believing in Western media than your own African media. I can sit here and talk about something that is happening in Africa, and you will see an African will tell me, my brother, you are lying. But when it's a white man who is sitting in media talking, they will say, oh, my brother, you are doing a great job. My brother, you are saying the truth. They will support that white media, but they can never support your black media. So you are thinking like your fellow black will be the one who will be fooling you. Your enemy will love you. Your enemy, whatever your enemy populates, that will help you. That's what you are thinking. That's why Africa is still going back. We are trying all our best to go front. We can't go because our people are so much concentrated in Western media. They are no more concentrated in our African media. They too much believe in white man than themselves. Stop learning English language in Africa. Stop learning French language in Africa. Stop learning Portuguese in Africa. These are the languages that are making you to hate yourself. If you don't believe me, if you have 2 children, take one to English school and leave one to learn your own language. Then among these 2 children, you will see who will hate himself. The one you take to English school will hate himself more than the one you take. The one you live in your compound to learn your language, to learn your culture, will be more stronger and will be more focused than the one you take to English school. Because the one you take to English school will be very I don't even know what to say. Believe me, if you have 2 child, try this. Take one of your child, you have 2 child, take one to English school, leave one at home to learn your culture and to learn how to survive. Yeah. They may call him illiterate, no problem. That illiterate man who never go to English school is more better than a person who go to English school. The person who go to English school or French school or Portuguese school to learn French language or to learn English language or to learn Portuguese language, what is it helping them? What is it helping us? We learn it, yes. We learn. We go to school. Whatever we learn in school, in the books, in school, in subjects, I learn English language. Every subject that we are learning, what do we learn there? We learn only the great things about white people and only the poor things about black peoples. We never learn the great things about black peoples in school. We never see it in the book. The only things you see in the book about black people is how black people are fools. You know? How black people are poor. That is the only thing you see. But you are seeing everything about white people in those books. Are things to show you in that book, like how white people were great, how white people were creating things, how great white people, who was the great white man, who was the great man in the world, they will show you white man. Who was the great dancer in the world, they will show you white man in the book. So you learn that now, you believe that everything great is about white people. Everything stupid and idiot is about your own people. So you hate yourself totally. This is what they are doing to us. They told us that we are learning English language. No matter how you learn English language in African university, go to college, go to everywhere, learn in Africa English language. If you still go to UK, you will still go back to square one. Because why? Why, if you still go to UK, you cannot even speak proper English? Why? If you go to America, you cannot even communicate with them. And they told you that you are learning English language. So are you sure the one you are learning in Africa is a language? Or is to hate yourself? People will not understand more. The one you are learning, the English language they give you, they told you that we give you a language to learn. For you to be educated. So I cannot be educated with my own language. Africans can be only educated through Western language. We cannot be educated with our own language. That's what they are telling us. That Africa cannot be educated with their own language. So it means if you learn your own language, you are not educated. But if you learn England language, you are educated. So let us tell England also, if they learn their own language, they are not educated. So let them go and learn African language. Will they agree to that? Will England abandon English and learn Mandinka or Yoruba or any other thing, any other language in Africa to be educated? They will never abandon their language for African language. They will never see their people fools. They will never call their people illiterate because they don't know how to speak African language. They will never. But it's only an African black man will call his fellow black man illiterate because you don't know how to speak a foreign language. The one that is not your language is not my language, and you are telling me you are illiterate because I don't know how to speak that language. So you want me to feel ashamed because I can't speak a foreign language. But UK citizens and American citizens are not able to speak African language. And you are not telling them to feel ashamed that because they are not speaking African language. But you are making your own fellow black to feel ashamed because he is unable to speak a foreign language. We look down on them. If anybody didn't learn English, we look down. We call them, this one is illiterate. He is not educated. He is not educated. What educated? Educated from where? From what? If you learn English, can you create car? Can you create bicycle? You cannot even create simple car. English language, what is English language and French language and Portuguese language doing to you? Africa. It is only making Africans to hate themselves and believe in UK. Believe in Western people more than yourself. This language makes us to hate ourselves and believe in them. It makes us to unlove ourselves and love them more. That's why you see all Africans appreciating white man more than black man. It's not our fault. The language we are learning, that is the problem. I realized this since I was in school. That this one I'm learning here is making me to hate myself. Since I was in school. That this language, I'm not learning language here because in Gambia, we learn this something about history, like SES, social and environmental study, and we learn history also. You know, we learn SES and history, social and environmental study. But if you go to SES, the only thing they show you about Fodekawa, Dumbuya, and other things, you know, Mansa Musa, they speak little about Mansa Musa. Then the rest is about how the map or how Europe is bigger than Africa. In SES, social and environmental study, trust me. So what is that? You told me about Mansa Musa in SES, but you just tell me a little story about Mansa Musa. They will never tell you that Mansa Musa was the richest man, was the richest king in the whole world. It's not in SES, and that's the fact. But that is not in SES. So they just speak little about these people. The rest is how Europe in the map, how Europe was bigger than Africa, how Europe is more beautiful. They will show you beautiful buildings. This is in Canada. This building is in America. Africa, no. There is no beautiful picture in SES about Africa. Only bad places. Only
Radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station. You're listening to this is Radio Biafra.
All right, one more time. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. We are here. Still talking, and I want you to all to always realize that the truth is that Africa has to liberate itself. It has not. Nobody's going to do it for you. You're going to do it yourself, whatever way. It might be convoluting. I said it before that I know that the first thing they're going to do is to try to blockade what they call them, the Niger people. Make sure that they don't get food, they don't get water, and everything. But my brothers, endure it because it's not going to last forever. It's going to be a temporal thing. It's going to happen. You have to give up some to win some. You cannot just win everything without giving up certain things. So a few days of hunger will not kill you. Still do what you're doing. Be steadfast in what you're doing. Stand where you are, and There is nothing anybody can do beyond letting you have your independence. I can see that the people of Niger, the way they're protesting, they're happy about what is going on. So nobody has the right to go in there and disturb what they're doing. Tinubu can try all he wants, but I know Tinubu is like a toothless bulldog. There's nothing he's going to do. He's not going to fight anybody. After all, he's my brother. When I say brother, quote unquote, my neighbor. They know how to talk and malware and will kill you. Open your mouth. If not be this person, at the end, everything will end there. He will not do anything. Going to Niger is not. It's easier to burn Ladipo market than to go to Niger. I'm telling you the truth. You see, if you think it is a normal thing, put fire in their business, you know, the Igbo man's business, and try to make him look. I don't know what I would describe it as. Go and try Niger. You know, these are young people. I want him to always remember that those that made this coup in Nigeria, when Nigeria was all coups, were all people, young people, 25, 26, 27, 20, 30 years old, most of them. And today, well, it's our men, whether Tinubu himself, who can barely walk. Nobody knows his age actually, but I know he's not Otata. He wants to go and fight in Niger. Go over there, kick your ass. What about your boy that is in the riverine area, calls himself that pig in the creek, who can barely walk? He wants to command the military. I mean, also, how would he be running? What we are saying is that go there and fight. I want you to go. Go there so that somebody will kick your ass. Because when they're attacking you from the north, some people will be coming from the south. And that is what we have been asking for, and that is what we are going to get. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. Time is almost going, but if you make any call, if you have anything you want to say, please call number here 646-920-4541, 845-344-7984, 929-406-9953. And don't forget, we have a special Zoom meeting today. It's coming up our own time here. It's going to be 10 a.m. in the morning here in Biafra land. Here in the United States of America. But it's taking place, it's originating from Biafra land. The time, Biafra land will be 5 p.m. Local time in Biafra land. And the meeting is between the DOS, it's being organized by DOS with the United States, USA, IPOB, based in the United States. That's the announcement. So make sure that if you tune in, I'll be there. Try to be in the meeting. There's no doubt about it. The next 1 hour, probably run into it and let's know what to discuss. You can call me into the meeting also from different parts of the world. It doesn't have to be those around here. I will read out the Zoom number where you can come in. It says Zoom meeting. It's meant to be. And that's exactly what it's going to be. Zoom meeting. They have an ID and all the rest of them. When I get hold of it, I will give it to you before I go. But right now, let me take a call. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello.
Welcome to
Mazi. Good morning, sir.
Welcome to the program.
Okay. My name is Innocent. I'm calling from up. So I want to use this opportunity to thank you people for a steady fast and from courage about this restoration of Biafra, because issue of Biafra is not something that somebody can just wake up and begin to talk. Because before our leader started this thing, he just think it far back away. So our prayer is that our leader will come back from GSA dungeon and we get our freedom. I thank God that the Africa people are now waking up. What is going on in Africa now? So people are very, very tired of this nuisantical leader we have in Africa. So all the leaders in Africa, all of them are puppets. They don't know anything. Look at how white people are just doing people in Africa. Make us poor. I wonder why they say Congo. I mentioned some people. They call poor. This one are poor. Congo is the poorest. Poor. This one is the poor. But all these three are rich people. But look at them today. So Africa are waking up. I thank God. I thank God that what Niger are doing is just the beginning. I believe one day, all the whole Africa will liberate themselves from the hand of evil Western and European country. So I want to use this opportunity to thank Mazi Chike Doziemo, China Sanworu, all the radio broadcasters, because what you people are doing are marvelous. I am very, very happy. I'm very, very happy. I'm very, very happy for you people. So you people are very, very encourageous to us, because once I hear you people voice, I always know that there is a future, there is a hope. The future is in we still have a hope for issue of Biafra, because you people are strong. People are strong. The only people that telling us what is going on in the radio Biafra is what we believe in.
Thank you.
It's true that here. It's true that here our radio is not talking. It's only through app that I'm used to listening to Radio Biafra, and also I know how much I spend.
Thank you.
So I
Thank you
thank
very
God.
much.
I thank God for you people.
All right. Thank you, and take care of that baby that is making that noise. All right, this is Radio Biafra. We're still receiving. I have to really tell you that about the meeting. The meeting takes place today in the IPOB family in the United States of America with the Directorate of State. The date is 13th August today, and the time will be 4 p.m. Biafra land time. In Biafra, it's going to be 4 p.m. That should be around 10 a.m. here. And prepared to be in that meeting. Chika Edoziem, the HGOS, will be at the meeting. In fact, precisely, he's the one that called the meeting. And then we are going to all attend. Please make sure that you attend. I'm still looking for the Zoom number. It's a Zoom meeting. Okay, it says here that this meeting is for the IPOB United States only. I don't know. All right, so if it's Zoom meeting and you're announcing the Zoom number, don't you think that other people will come into it? If it's going to be exclusively for the United States people or the people in IPOB in the US, is it wise to give out the Zoom number? Because if you give out the Zoom number, obviously anybody in any part of the world can take part in it. But if it's exclusive for the United States, well, I wouldn't bother wanting to read out. It's a meeting. I just want you to know that it is today. It's happening today, directly today, 10 a.m. this morning from the United States. In some parts, it's 10 a.m. In some parts of the United States. Could be earlier or 2 hours or an hour later. So whatever is your time, synchronize it to 4 p.m. Biafra land time. So that we'll hold this meeting today, and that'll be very nice, will be wonderful. I would look forward to meeting all the United States family members at that meeting. This is Radio Biafra. We're still here, and I'm still ready to take one or two calls before I call it a date. The number is 646 920 4541. 646 920 4541 or 845 344 7984. 845 344 7984. You can also call at 929 406 9953. I have a call. Let me take this one. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, Mazi, I can hear you. Good afternoon, sir, and thank you for having me. I will make sure I know your time is right now. Sorry that I called late. Mazi, you said you have they have a meeting, Zoom meeting for only for the United States. And my question is, I think Mazi China Samuri is coming on air today around 5 o'clock Biafra land time. Am I right?
I'm not aware of that. 5 p.m. Is it?
Yeah, I heard it. I don't know whether I'm making it right or not.
No, I don't think it's correct. There's a meeting about the people in Asia. It's 5 a.m., not p.m.
Oh, okay. Maybe I
Yes.
misquoted. I thought that it's China Samoro coming on 5 p.m.
No.
Biafra long
The
time.
people
And
the people in
okay,
Asia,
okay. Thank you for that.
because of the
Huh?
time difference, it's 5 a.m. not p.m. 5
Oh,
a.m. in
okay.
Biafra land time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Thank you for correcting me there. Maz, before I let you before you let me go, let me say something here. Maz, you see, we have debunked all this the whole rumors that are going on about this idiot experiment in Finland. You know what people are debating now? The debating now is now we have agreed that this man is not this, is not that. The debating now. Why Nnamdi Kanu waste a lot of time before he begin to issue that he did not authorize anybody to subsidy fund for his name or IPOB name or ESN name? Why, since almost 2 years, this guy is doing this thing, nobody is talking? Why Nnamdi Kanu is talking now? Do you see Nnamdi Kanu si na ndị be dịka ozu nwa bekee? Ibunye ha elu ọ dị ha mma, ibutuo ha na ọ dị ha mma. If our leader now comment this in earlier, they will say, why too early? You should have to wait, let this guy do and see how far he go. Now Nnamdi Kanu do it now. They say, why now? Why not earlier? You see how our people reasons. Now, to me, I respond to some of them. I say, listen, Nnamdi Kanu, I think this thing is not started today. It's almost 2 years now. I think 2022. This information comes out, but those that Nnamdi can give this information, they do not bring it out. They did not issue it to the people to hear. That's why I'm still referring to this our lawyer called Ejimako. Ejimako, who know this thing since 2022. He refuses to bring it out. He refuses to say it out. He refuses to say the truth because he's working with this guy. Today, the chicken have come home to rest. So this guy now can start talking about what is the truth, what Nnamdi Kanu have told him for some months or years ago. Now he come out now to talk about it. And our brother Benjamin Madibugo have been trying all this while to see if he can meet our leader. And at last he meet our leader. And the same thing he's saying. So what I'm debating or what I'm telling people is, it doesn't matter whenever Nnamdi Kanu say it. Whenever he say it, that's the way it is. He don't debate why now, why not later, why is it now? He said it, he said it. No more sit at home. He's suspended until further notice. That's what our leader said. And we follow our leader. Mazi, thanks for having me and God bless you. Thank you.
God bless you. Thank you very much. Like you rightly described it, was one beke player. So the point is that whatever it was said, we've gotten the information. Till today, people are arguing. There are people, somebody sent me an inbox. Oh no, it's fake news. How did he go there? Well, how can you argue with that? Such things, I read them and just push it aside because why would Ben want to go and lie by anybody? And the person, in fact, he was even trying to tell me, haven't you seen that? He was making that broadcast from your first page. I don't know about to. You know, this job we are doing is very interesting because you see the stupidity of people when you have respect for. All of a sudden they start behaving like idiots or anything. You know, and it's so hard for you to even tell them that they are lying because you don't want them to feel you are insulting them, you know. So I have a call. Let me see if I can take this before we call it a day. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good afternoon, our veteran. Thank you very much for picking this call. My name is Ifan Chukwumabuchi, and I'm calling you from the Netherlands.
You have 2 minutes on this program. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, my brother, I don't need very much time. I just want to avoid confusion because this thing has been in our media, in our Facebook, in our Twitter, in our Radio Biafra homepage that Mazi China Samoru is coming tonight at 7:30 p.m. Biafran time. 7:30 p.m. Biafran time. Okay. That is the time our member of the OSA, Mazi China Samoru, will be coming to address Biafrans. Okay. And for the rest, my brother, have a great weekend. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. 7 p.m. Biafra land time. I was getting missing. So much coming up because I know there's something in Asia that came up Obilo, I think 5 a.m. this morning, and then 5 p.m. Biafra land, United States meeting, and 7 p.m. United States meeting is on Zoom. It's not going to be on Radio Biafra actually. Then China Sanwuru now is coming in by 7 p.m. Biafra land time. So tune in and listen to this. We are very busy, we are active. Like I said before, don't blame me too much because there's so much information coming in that sometimes they are trying to get them mixed up. So we try to make the brain to continue doing the work that is supposed to be doing, and I thank God very much for my life, honestly speaking, because if I should go through all this the first time and I'm still going through it today, it's not easy. Not easy to wake up by 7 a.m. in the morning and start talking to people. Some people are still dozing. They'll say, for the evening and all that. They never even do anything. They will just pick up the phone and they start calling Radio Biafra, which is very good. It's something that we want and something that's keep on happening. What I want you to understand is that we are into this. Everybody, yesterday, today. You know, when you go out, when you do this job that we are doing, you discover that you meet so many things. There's a story I even heard yesterday, and the man that was saying it, I was looking at him like, are you out of your mind? Then he kept going and kept going. He has entirely a different news. I don't know where they get their information from. Oh, now madam, our first lady, now Nnamdi Kanu since he was trying to argue with me on the Rosie, the man that is Nnamdi Kanu himself has even gotten a new wife. Because, you know, there's something they take you, his punches. I even told the man when he was saying it yesterday, was with a sister, and I said to them, I'm going to say this on the radio. It's very interesting. I don't know where I won't call your name, but I only was saying that for laughter, for enjoyment, because as in when you don't know what to say, as in Nnamdi Kanu sina nwanye mara mama ha agwa asa I'm going to go more already, so because you have nothing to tell them. That's exactly what's going on with us. They have nothing to tell us. We are IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra. We're going to continue doing what we are doing. No matter how much they try, no matter what they do, we are resolute. We are going to remain resolute. All Iyke can put you down, then they'll put you down. But if you remain resolute and watch the world the way it is going, you will also realize that they're confused. This is my last speaker, the last person that I played this clip. I don't know what country he's from, but from one of the African countries. He said something that is very, very interesting. He said they are afraid. If they are not afraid of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, why are they holding him? A good question. Because one man that is not a terrorist, he doesn't have a gun, he don't have anything. They held him in jail. The court say, let him go. They say, no, we are going to hold him. Well, keep on holding him. The more you hold him, the more you hold yourself. When you go to Nigeria, the money is becoming... Anyway, I'm still waiting. I told somebody something yesterday. They said it's 950. I said, well, 950 naira to $1, one United States dollar. So I'm still waiting for it to get to 1,000 because our leader told us. The day he rings that bell, it's 1,000 to 1, then Biafra is on the corner. Yeah, I remember that clip. And one day I'm going to air it here. Because he's the prophet of our time. He knows things. He sees light at the end of the tunnel. And when he sees that light, what we are here to make sure that we follow his instruction. He's our leader, indomitable. There's no way there are no two people about him. People can fake and try to use his name, but you can never be Nnamdi Kanu. You know, never, ever, ever. Our brother Ben made something. He said, in 100 years, we can't find somebody like him. And I thank God for those of us who are alive today to have walked with him and know that from here, I will say to you, stay tuned. Don't go away because Mazi Alozie is coming in next. Radio Biafra USA 1 comes in next. Tomorrow is another day, but for those of you in the United States, please stay tuned. And make sure that you get to the Zoom meeting. It's a very, very important meeting. For those of you in the United States, please stay tuned. And make sure that you get to the Zoom meeting. It's a very, very important meeting. For those of you in the United States, please.
Thank you very much, Mazi Iyke, for it. I greet you, Biafrans all over the world. all of you listening to this program at this point in time. I greet you according to your time zone from where you're listening from. Once again, Mazi Iyke, I'm very, very happy. I say thank you for this platform that has enabled us to communicate with our people on this movement. My fellow Biafrans, I want to start by first appreciating all of our brothers and sisters who have responded one way or the other to our plea relating or concerning the fundraising for this movement. I'm very, very, very happy, and I would say on behalf of the Biafra musicians and Biafrans entirely, I say we really appreciate you all. Thank you very much. Our sisters in America, those in Finland, Germany, all over the world who have in one way or the other contributed. Now, I want to also continue by saying to Biafrans, you are doing wonderfully well. Yes, I want to, on this platform, at this particular time, I want to say very big thanks to Mazi Kanu, wherever he is. The lights that he brought to Africa, it has started illuminating around Africa. If you look around today on the news headline, you see that it's revolution one place in Africa and revolution the other place in Africa. People are beginning to wake up. People are beginning to stand up to their rights to defend their resources, and I'm very, very happy. You know, when I see things that is going on all around Africa, I'm very happy. I say kudos to Mazi Kanu and IPOB, because I will tell you very, very well categorically that we started this movement, and I'm proud to beat my chest and tell you that you understand? The words we put on the fire has started boiling, so it is a very good one. So Biafrans, please, once again, my dad used to tell me, he says, if you are a chef and you're cooking, and let's say you're adding salt to your meal, and maybe for one reason or the other, the salt that you add to your meal has not tested, and the food has not tested properly, indicating that the salt is okay. Please don't stop cooking. Keep adding the salt until the taste is equalized, and you feel the taste of the salt. Because if you stop, the one you put so far is a waste. You understand the adage? So we have to do more. This trip to Japan is going to mark a very, big revolutionary spot in this hustle, in this struggle that we are into. Like our sisters said, and our brother said at the beginning of this program, right here in the zoo, we've outgrown the zoo. Let me just put it that way. We've had this preaching, this gospel in the movement. We've outgrown the zoo. In the Bible, you understand? To carry this level of staying in the zoo and preaching. We've done very well preaching from the zoo, and I can tell you from Africa, they've all around Africa, they've heard us. Now we need to take this gospel out to a place where, like I told you the other time, a place where the whole world will see us from, they will spot us from, and from there we can be able to change the narratives, the wrong propaganda that the zoo and the Western government and British governments have used to tarnish us over years. They painted us black. We need to go out and tell the world, for the world to hear from our mouths, particularly because we can't be speaking from here and everybody is hearing us at the same time. We are having lots of challenges The media here in the zoo cannot let our message go far. They are suppressing us. So our going out is something very, very necessary. I really appreciate us so far for how far we've come. I appreciate us. But please, like I said in the earlier part of my statement about the adage of my dad, we don't have to stop adding energy, okay, to this. We need to do more. So please, I'm pleading to us Biafrans, please, any way you can to support this, any way, anyhow, just please, so that we can take this gospel. And this, we are at the peak of it, as I'm talking to you now. Africa, the revolution in Africa is rising high. If we take this out now, we started it, so we are the ones holding the battle. We should be in front like a relay race. So let's take it to the next level, so that other of our African brothers and sisters who are looking up to us, they will be encouraged too. Because this thing, I tell you, it's a chain reaction. It's a chain reaction, and I bet you, in time to come, Africa will stand to be great, and in Africa, Biafra will be so highly respected. And I can assure you that each and every one of us who embarked on this journey in one way or the other, supported, will never be left out. We are, in fact, we are writing the Bible of our generations. Our generation, let me put it that way. Our names will be encrypted in the history of life, that we saved our nation, we saved our generation in a time like this. So please, my people, I'm urging you, I'm begging you, people, anyhow you can. Nothing is too small, because September is at the corner. September is just some few days at the corner. Please, for those of us that have contributed, I am very, very happy. I'm very grateful to hear from Mazi Iyke Mazi that some people have started donating something. It's very, very good. I'm very happy with you. I must tell you, I'm very grateful from my own side and on behalf of all Biafrans. And I'm still begging our brothers and sisters who haven't done anything to please help us. This is not something we can do on our own. If it is something we can do on our own, trust me, won't come asking for help. It's like me making music from my studio. I've been awake all night. I'm talking to you. You can hear it from my voice. You see, so whatever I can do on my own, I don't need to ask for help. But this we can't do on our own. We need your help. We need your assistance. Please, let's all hands come on deck. Oh, I beg you in the name of Chukwu Abiyama, so that as we do this, the world is watching us. Let me tell you, the world is watching us. The revolution, the freedom, the movement in Africa at the moment, the whole world is aware that we started it. They know, they are aware. And one day, they are going to stand and thumbs up, give us thumbs up. They are going to stand and say, these Biafrans, they are great people. So please, let's try and help in any way we can, so that this Japan movement will be a success. And after this Japan movement, we keep preaching the gospel till Biafra and Africa is liberated. Thank you very, very much. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, thank you. Well spoken. Next, big God, you know yourself, or mute yourself. Mother, next, big God, or mute yourself. Nowadays, you mute yourself. Okay, it's like you be say, I only come up. Nowadays, unmute yourself.
Okay, thank you, Mazi. I want to appreciate you. Appreciate Mazi. That's
Praising the way, praising the storm mood. Go on. We are not hearing you. We are not hearing you, please. Remove it. If you have any earpiece or whatever, remove it, okay? What is in the hold on?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Loud and clear, yeah, you're okay now.
Okay, so first of all, I want to appreciate you, Mazi, okay, and Ike Peters for this wonderful opportunity, and to our brother Akajofo Mazi Tony. God will bless Una for us. I don't believe that they say that your reward is in heaven alone. No, you will live to receive your reward here on earth. I also appreciate the DOS for standing so tall at the back of our brother, our big daddy Mazi Kanu. God will continue to bless each and every one of you and bless our director because without him, I don't think whether our race would have been a doom. But God in heaven bring him for us. God will keep him alive. He will live to celebrate Biafra. Also, I want to appreciate our coordinators all over the world, the reps. You all are doing wonderfully well. And to Biafrans all over the world. You see, we must reach our destination, which is Biafra. That is my prayer, and I believe in that. So, my brothers and sisters, I want also to appreciate some of you that have been, responding to our plea. May Chukwu Kabiama continue to bless and bless each and every one of you. We know that it's not easy everywhere. We know that where you are is not easy there because you work, you pay tax, you do all those things. You have your own personal problem. Yet you listen to us and you are responding. So I will also appeal to those that have not responded to this plea to please do something, no matter how little it is. We have been trying, and I'm appealing to us to continue because what we want to do is of spiritual. It's not always easy, but we're going to do it. The thing is this: it will look very, very wonderful and very, very remarkable to hear and to see that those people performing in international stage are Biafra artists. It will send a very powerful message to the world that these people really, they want to be free. So my brothers and sisters, let us not see this thing as just we want to come. No, we want to pass message to the world because where we are now is a dead zone. Anybody in this country now is no longer finding it easy. And because of that, we really need our freedom to save our people, to save our land. Is very, very necessary. So I'm not going to say much. All I'm saying is that I'm appealing to us. If you have not put in something, please do, no matter how little. Let us continue what we are doing. And from the look of things, God is not asleep in our matter. Our matter has reached heaven because a lot of things are happening. Just like what our brother said about Africa and the revolution going around. I watched one video clip going around in social media. The man is talking about that this revolution actually, their eyes were open because of what Nnamdi has been saying on Radio Biafra. He said that they knew that they were arresting Nnamdi. He said that it's only Nnamdi that can say what he said and do what he was doing and what he is doing. So we know what we are looking for and we get what we are looking for. So I want to appreciate us again for what we have done, and I'm also appealing for us to do more. God will continue to bless each and every one of us.
Yes, really that clip that I played it yesterday, that I borrowed from Gambia, and I think our veteran continue to play that clip. It is something from message. Nowadays in the can you unmute? Can you hear us now? The platform is yours, okay? Yeah, I don't know if we are not hearing you. Speak out, okay?
Good morning, Biafra. Thanks for Biafra and happy freedom. I want to thank each and everyone of you.
What is in are you speaking via Bluetooth or earpiece, please? Stay close here. We are not, your voice is not coming out.
Mazi, can you hear me now?
Yeah, very okay. Yes, no, okay, go on.
Good morning, Biafrans, friends of Biafra and lovers of freedom. I want to thank each and every one of you that is listening to us right now. And I say, Michku Kabama bless you all. I also want to thank the DOS, Mazi Iyke and also Mazi Iyke for bringing us to this platform, to solicit for help from Biafrans. I want to thank every Biafran that has contributed something to ensure that this movement is a success. I will I see a
Your network is disturbing you. Okay, your network, but maybe you come back again. Chukwemeka, unmute yourself, please. Chukwemeka, talk about the platform.
So yeah, pleading with each and every one of pleading with each and every one of us that is listening to us to please help us make this journey a success. And one thing I want us to know is that music is very powerful tool that can pierce even that can pierce the heart, and that can even make you do what you can't even do under normal circumstance. Because I could remember in the Bible when Saul was possessed, when he was possessed, it was music that David played, that casted out the demon in him. So we bringing or going to Japan to send this message to tell the world what we are fighting for and what we are going through in this country. Go a long way. You pierce their heart and they will see the need to support this very movement. Thank you so much. Thank you, Biafrans.
Thank you, Adam. Thank you. Stop mute, You want to mute yourself.
Okay. Yeah, good morning. Good night, everyone. My name is Chukwuka. Yeah, I really appreciate IPP leadership, the DOS, for their relentless efforts towards making sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released and Biafra restored. I really appreciate their efforts. Mazi Iyke, thank you, our host. We are seeing your efforts towards the restoration of Biafra. Mazi Iyke, thank you for organizing this wonderful event. Then our group head, Mazi Azamba. Hello. I will not forget Mazi Master, something for your efforts in making sure that this event will be a successful one. Yeah, thank you all. Fellow Biafrans, we are here once again to plead with you to give us your support, to support us in any way you can to make sure that this event is a successful one. This event will be a good one because we are using it as a medium to spread the gospel of Biafra to the whole world. And Japan is the first place we are going to have this event. So I believe it will bear a huge fruit for what we are doing for the movement of the Biafra. For movement of Biafra and also for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu process. So I thank you all. So most our Umuchineke that have supported us, the one in USA and other countries of the world, where we recognize your support. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for what you are doing, and we are pleading with others who have not supported to please support us. this event we are doing, we are organizing is not an event for us to have a kind of enjoyment or other thing. We are using it as a tool to evangelize the gospel of Biafra restoration. So that's exactly what we are doing through our music. Some messages, if you pass it with mere words, some people may not take it serious, but if you pass it through music, I think it will be century upon century and people will remember the message. So I think it's a very good one. So most of my congregants have said it all, so I'm adding to my voice. I'm pleading for your support. So please, fellow Biafrans, athletes worldwide, wherever you are, please support us in any way you can to make sure that these events become a successful one. Thank you and may bless. This is one of
Yeah, thank you, my boy. Thank you much, our sister, when her telephone has problem, probably she will join us next time. And I want to do you have another thing to tell your fans so that we can make a closing and I can go off.
Yes, my lovely brother. Thank you very much. And I want all to use this medium to thank all Biafrans all over the world. Those who is listening to the gospel that we preach. This gospel has been there since 2012. I want also to thank those who have contributed immensely to this tour. I want to say that Chukwu Okadama will bless you so much for showing us love. I want to recap something and I want to draw attention to what I'm about to say, Biafrans. Before 2012, someone like me never knew that most of the pictures that is being used on all the whole world NGO about the patriarchal children we are taking from Biafra land. I never knew until our supreme leader came on board and began to preach this gospel and began to unfold so many mysteries that is behind us without us knowing. And as God may have it, he started this gospel like one of our comrades said. Today, Africa is coming back to who they used to be before the white man came and gave us what they gave us and took our identity away from us. Today, I want to use it as a point of prayer for everybody working assiduously to see that this nation is restored, because the light that he has lifted up, the flame can never be dropped, because he selected men that does not break rank. Peters, and I want to thank you so much. I want to thank you, Mazi Iyke. I want to thank all the entire leadership of this particular family, because now I see the strength of picking these able men and women and empower them to stand behind him. He will live to see the wonderful work he has done to the black continent, not just Biafran alone. I want to appreciate everyone that have this mindset, that this ugly situation that was painted 1967 to 1970 will be restored and the light will shine, so that the darkness in the whole of black race will disappear. I want to thank all of you so much. And also I want to thank my fellow comrade. As you all are helping us to see that this trip is a success, we are also burning our midnight candle to sharpen our skills, so that at the end we will not let you down. We will not let you down. That is a promise. We all have this promise in our mind that we will never let you people down. Whatever you are giving, whatever you are doing to support this move, our prayer is that OKK will never allow you to regret or putting in your 10 kobo to this project. It is a fertile ground. We implore all our Biafran brothers and sisters, lovers of freedom, to sow on this fertile ground, because indeed joy will bring us together to a table where we all can embrace each other. I want to let you know that OKK is in control of what we're doing. Before I will leave, I want to sing this song that just came in my spirit, and I know that this song will go a long way to touch us into positivity. That song goes this way: wonderful and it's bright, we must get there. Wonderful and it's bright, we must get there. Our future is bright, we must get there. Biafran is bright, we must get there. Wonderful and is bright, we must get there. Wonderful and is bright, We must get there. Our future is bright. We is bright. We must get there. Wonderful land is bright. We must get there. Wonderful land is bright. We must get there. Our future is bright. We know what we are looking for. We know the blessing that is attached to every one of us that giving himself up for the restoration of our motherland. Indeed, though it tarried, it will surely come to pass. There are so many troubles, but our prayer and our desire is that joy will come early in the morning. We must get there. Thank you, Biafrans, and Chukwu Kadamo. Bless all of us. Thank you very much, Mazi Iyke Mazi, and our honorable Peters. I said, God bless all of you.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't want to continue to do good work. I know why I love you so much. You forgot everything you are doing for Biafra, Nigerian media, and God is in. And since then, you remain faithful to work out and your strength. I don't know if any other person has anything to go before we drop. Any other person have anything to put before we drop, before we're about to go off. Now mute yourself if you have anything to add, otherwise we'll sign off.
Thank you very much, Mazi Iyke Foreign. Once again, I want to say thank you very, very much. Because, like I said before, you heard us, you heard from us. And I believe
you go wonder you. Our leader talk him, our leader point finger. Now I make these people hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now them hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Awulunde Bekeye has a man proposes, God disposes. But what God disposes, man proposes. And then Abia Soya na French, qu'est-ce que c'est? 1970 credit. Now when they begin talk about this gas pipeline, and now when they come tie Nigeria. Slave mentality for people we know they think. And that they talk to our people. These ones we say then they do politics. Na direct bonkwem. Una no know the thing where they happen to. Una muno. Kandi Chevron, US government, Jabego. No, now where then they can't take on a crude oil, they not they pay for it. They do they give on a small happy fight to negon tackle. But then go tell you say we they give on a aid. The poorest people were there for this world now, Africa. The richest people for resources in Africa. How come? We know the world the poorest. Then take the people where they call political elite. Tinye. Wunde Oporiji. Negun kwa nishi ogwe. Ndi acha neguru hankwa hanaba. Ihunkala Oporiji nishi ogwe. Nihu bụ okpokporo iji n'isi ogwe gaa nyụọ nshi n'ọhịa bifo na anyụpụta ya okpokporo iji ga-abịa bịa gwuo nkwa n'elu ya ga-ahụ okpokporo iji ọwụ ha na-achị ọhịa na na-achị n'ime ọhịa iji ndị nke ntakịrị ndị nke na-aga akpa ike n'ime ụlọ even ime nonsense and iji atagi okpuriji na them be the political elites I nwere na-egwu nkwa ndị ọcha na-akụrụ ha since 70 to Ruta. Our people they suffer. This in a country we get everything. We tell you I say no country where they put together will not be the same go survive. The Fulani different. They get them own custom resources, everything. They fit survive as a country. Fulani no need Hausa to survive. Idendo. Fulani no need Oduduwa. Idendo. Fulani no need Igbo. Idendo. After all, most of the Mendi Chad and Nigeria had the Fulani. Then they survive. Hausa people no need Igbo to survive. Then get all the resources, then fit survive them as a country. Oduduwa no need the Biafra, no need the Fulani, no need the Hausa. They fit survive. Biafra, they get everything they need, they fit survive. Now, waiting make them compute everybody together, say on be Nigeria. Then they there, they thief on our resources. Ihe dum Chineke nyere unu ha na ọ dị na-ezu ya na-asị n'unu Nigeria, indivisible one Nigeria and the giant country, a na-ezu ihe unu ikwu okpe ma nwụrụ gị tọbaghị n'ụlọ nga. And we get people where, of all these people, we get them, but they're not the think. And but they tell you say they be elite and they be politician. Mekona with what ihe na-aga na Nigeria na Chad, Mekona remove mind for one Nigeria, because the protests where then they do for not now, then they do them for Nigeria, then they support Nigeria. And then they tell you, say, we don't want to fight, we don't want to hear. We don't want war here. Because you now attack Niger, you attack our brothers across the border. The border will not get boundary. These people, man, here will do no. Agulandi Igbo, Wundi Namagi, do no. Oh, Wundi Igbo, go bring army. Go bring Fulani army to come kill our people so that we go do one Nigeria. And their brother, their son, their in-law, in a one Nigeria, you won't be president of country where Ndochana Achi. And when you go there, the constitution, now the constitution of Fulani, now we go follow. The constitution, Nde became now we go follow. Indivisible one Nigeria. And you they suffer us. And they don't talk and say people will no one free themselves from slavery. Now them go to suffer. Ndibo. Mepena anyuno. Ogola Urula. Not for one Nigeria. For Biafra. Pipeline is in Amanage, nearly Naga, North Africa. From North Africa to Europe. Oh, shake on your own nation. You get anybody where don't sit down, even the ministers from Biafra land. Any of them don't sit down say, why you not they make this pipeline? Hana Lego Tinya but 13 billion. 13 billion you will punye na ba. And he had game in one day. Uru had game one day. Or too much. ha enwetara 13 billion. Ọwụ ihe ndị sị gị na ha politician nọ na-eme. Ha na-eme unu na adamba achịchọgharị ya. Ndị sị ha na-eme politics emewe Nigeria ere unu were unu tinye n'aka ndị ọcha na eme ka they tell na this one Nigeria thing, whether you be president or you not be president, it no concern me. The thing why they talk now freedom. Now Nigeria go come tell you say we not go to tell us say African are poor, that we are wretched, and we go allow you go take this pipeline pass our territory. It not go happen. When only politician she Biafra land she chat in the Niger, thank you. Mba, come on, then go groom them, or you make gonna get ready for war. And you get the people where they consider for table, they talk about war in Ukraine. We don't know what in war in Ukraine be. And people where even their own politician don't open mouth tell you say that war. How many people they fight Russia? From the west, they not the fit to make Peckham. They no fit to make a Peckham. Russia na nyoha baku. Ha gara bomb war in Russia. Everything where they make enemy, you take Africa people, they make enemy. Then we go join. Lot one is about a meeting. See how then they call African leaders meeting. They will summon them. They will summon them. Biano here now. And then go waka like in the name which it again. Then they may summon. Summonize them and then go. I want to clip nguru no ichi. Aga megwi ozo before ma banyo ihe ga jikere meeting it up broke. Ndo maybe at this meeting ndo I ga topo yoko. I ga topo yoko ngwa ngome. Taoba ngome. Oh, Sherry. I'll go tell you now. Listen properly. Listen properly. Na German chancellor na him boss the belly of the West. Which Nigeria? Jirihirishi. Pilon de Nigeria. Mekona went to Nugeya. West. Me west him charo uno dendo. So mekona listen.
MVO Channel News, where news is real. News update. Honorable delegates, distinguished guests, and fellow citizens of the world, I stand before you today as the Chancellor of the Federal Republic of Germany. It is an honor to address this gathering at the United Nations and share my thoughts on the state of global affairs, particularly in relation to the legacy of World War II and the current situation in Europe. As we mark the 75th anniversary of the end of World War II, we are reminded of the horrors that were inflicted upon humanity during that dark period in history. Millions of lives were lost, families were torn apart, and entire communities were destroyed. The 43 million people of the USSR in particular stands out the most, considering where we are now. As the nation that was responsible for some of the most egregious acts during that war, Germany has a special responsibility to ensure that such atrocities never happen again. We have a duty to learn from the mistakes of the past.
The German chancellor, they tell you, say, na them caused the World War. Na them and Russia sacrifice, come save the world. Now, why not they fight Russia? How come Russia can't begin to become Ekwensu? Uno the chancellor. No chancellor. Or United Nations. Now United Nations in the address.
Acknowledge our culpability and work towards building a more peaceful and just world. However, I must admit that my actions and the actions of my party have betrayed these lessons. We have allowed ourselves to be drawn into a conflict with Russia that has the potential to escalate into a full-blown war. This was a grave mistake, and one that we must rectify before it is too late. The current crisis in Ukraine is a case in point. We have sent tanks and other weapons to Ukraine, a move that has only served to further inflame tensions with Russia. This is the equivalent of us spitting in the faces of the surviving family members and urinating on all those graves. For helping us to reunify Germany and supplying us with dirt-cheap gas to build a strong economy, we have repaid them with hatred and betrayal. We must acknowledge the sacrifices made by the Soviet people during World War II. Approximately 43 million people from the USSR died or went missing, and their contribution to the defeat of evil cannot be overstated. But instead of recognizing their sacrifices, we have allowed ourselves to be drawn into a conflict with Russia, a move that has only served to further inflame tensions and distrust between our nations. The promise not to expand NATO was made to Russia at the end of the Cold War, and it was an important step towards reducing tensions and promoting cooperation between our nations. However, since that time, NATO has expanded significantly, including former Soviet republics. This has led to increased tensions and distrust between our nations. If we are honest, can we blame Russia for a lack of trust? We say one thing, then do the opposite. Because now we are making promises to leave the door open to add Ukraine to NATO. The expansion of NATO has also contributed to a more confrontational relationship between our nations. Our decisions have led us to a war that we are trying to blame on the Russians. We have created a state of the arm web of lies that we have used to convince the people that we are the good guys. Therefore, anyone the heroes fight automatically becomes the bad guys in the eyes of our people by default. In movies, Chinese are spies, the Muslims are terrorists, Africans are murderous dictators, and Russians are evil villains or mobsters. Yet those same movies portray us as the heroes fighting for justice and saving the world with only 3 seconds left on the clock. Today, I stand before you to confess to you that regardless of what the media has told you about this conflict, we are in fact the baddies. I will say it again, we are the baddies. We ignored Russia's red lines and tried to surround a nation that has PTSD from World War II, Napoleon, and other nations that have tried to kill its people and destroy their culture. Do we really expect them to sit and do absolutely nothing after we have betrayed their trust so many times? As many of you know, the Nord Stream 2 pipeline was intended to be a symbol of partnership and support between our two nations. However, last year, we witnessed our own allies, Norway and the United States, collaborate to blow up this multi-billion-dollar investment. Then, to add insult to injury, we blamed Russia for the destruction of their own pipelines. This act of sabotage is unacceptable and sends a message to the citizens of Russia that not only are they considered evil, but they are also thought to be stupid. This is a grave insult to a nation with a proud history and culture. We cannot allow such disrespect to continue in the international community. Finally, I would like to highlight that the United States is still committing human rights abuse by maintaining a 60-year embargo on Cuba while undermining China's sovereignty as it relates to Taiwan. We must hold ourselves or our allies accountable for our actions and work towards a more just and equitable world? How can we be candle bearers of democracy when everything we do is a contradiction to what we demand from others? I urge all member states to reflect on the recent betrayals and take concrete steps to ensure that such actions are never repeated. Let us work together to promote peace, cooperation, and respect for all nations and people. I thank you.
Kokororoko chiabola mekuna siam. All those people where they talk about the GIA and the pipeline. Look when they na me assemble pipeline. Geshi from Asa Baragawa, North Africa, across Europe. Nke ha nwere na alhanga ha gbawashia ya. Cho gas free. Echi ha sige no the poor wretched Africans and Nigeria. They do this dirty work because we have Chevron in America and Britain. Here Russian election had the cheap. I talk ya my call Russia kana kwe. I wouldn't get when you have a kogo. So now you be the person where they go pay. Where the crude oil where then the taxes long time in river they never pay you for it. Until una got to Nigeria pieces. Una no go be free. And here I go end the broadcast. Okay, meeting Rolande one. We go there for air tomorrow. So this is short broadcast. Meko na teka masibi. Day one. Kodiba. Bo rich. Bye bye.